What's up, G? What's up, money? What are you listening to? A book by Richard Dawkins called The God Delusion. What's Dawkins spitting? It's about God and stuff. My dog is saying it took more than a minute for everything we see on this planet to change from simple things to complex things. In fact, the planet is 4.5 billion years old and the universe has been expanding for 13.7 billion years. If life on this planet and stars in the universe has changed from simple to complex things over billions of years, how can a dude who created it not have came from simple things and evolved like everything else? In other words, everything we know of changed from simple to complex over time, not from complex to simple, and a supernatural being would be something unlikely in a universe that is still changing, because complexity is late a thing in the game. And this begs the question, if God exists, who created him? But isn't his complexity what makes him a god? You got to have an explanation for this. You just can't say this popped into existence from a gaseous ball. Not really. Viruses are complex, but are they God? Are you talking about the Big Bang Theory? Yeah. We did not pop into existence from nothing, but the universe expanded from energy smaller than an atom. Also, the Big Bang Theory with inflation is more about how space and time came into existence than the universe coming into existence. Again, energy smaller than an atom began to expand, therefore creating space and time, because prior to expansion there was no space and no time. I think the energy within the universe has always existed, because energy is neither created nor destroyed. It changes from one form to another, and if something is neither created nor destroyed, it must have always existed. If there is no God or higher power, where do you get your moral barometer? What the hell are you talking about? Did you get this nonsense from Steve Harvey, when he talked trash about atheists when he was pushing his stupid book? Plus, why would people get relationship advice from a comedian? Well, I think in order for life to mean something, it has to point to something greater than just living and dying. Well, think about it this way. The meaning of life comes from what you do in your life, the things that you do and don't do, and what you make of it. These are your things, even though if you die, and would have no more flavor even if you lived forever. Another way to look at it is, if the things you do now has no meaning, or point to it, then having a lot more of it isn't going to add any flavor to it. 0 plus 0 is still 0. Don't you want to live forever? Why would I, and where would I live forever? In heaven with God. Heaven? I think I would get tired of singing, playing a harp, and kissing God's butt after a minute, wouldn't you? Where is heaven? I don't know. I guess heaven is outside of the universe or another dimension? How do you know it's outside the universe or another dimension? I don't know if it is, but I believe in afterlife or another dimension after we die. So, you think life is a never-ending story? I think it is. If it is, then I think this means that life does not have a point. In fact, living forever ruins the meaning of life, because if you accept that you will only have one shot at life, then your life will be more valuable because it is limited and will come to an end. Another way to look at this is to think of life like a book. A book has a beginning and an end, and what happens in between the beginning of the book and its ending is what gives the book its meaning, and a book that never ends will not have a meaning because you will never get to the end. Plus, if you think this life points to another life or that you'll get a second chance, you will not value this life. This is why you see people flying airplanes into buildings, blowing themselves up, eating themselves to death, and not taking care of their health because they think they are going to get another life somewhere else. I think life is its own point, and for it to have a point it has to come to an end, and that we should make the most of this life that we are certain of, and not an afterlife that we are not. Man, that is deep. Well, think about it, money. Peace. I will. Peace.